Hello everyone, I'm here today to do the favorite characters tag, and this tag was created by Leo from A Little Book Life, and I was tagged on it by Corny Ferriter. I will link both of those channels below. So the first question is a character that you love fiercely, and this is a very standard answer, I think, and a very predictable one, and nowadays maybe not the most acceptable one, but I think I have to say Hermione from Harry Potter series. I grew up with Harry Potter, and Hermione, as many girls in my age, she was a role model. She was everything we wanted to be, and that was also for me, and I still love that character. I think she's strong and she's smart, but she stands for what she believes, and that's something that as a girl I did aspire to do, and as an adult I still try to do. So I think I have to say Hermione. The second question is a character that is heavily flawed but you cannot help but love. And I think that this has to be from one of my recent favorites, and that's Gabriel from Who They Was by Gabriel Krause. So this is an autofiction, so I guess I'm just saying the author of this, but Gabriel, he's violent, but at the same time we can see some of this sensitivity when he talks about literature and when he talks about his existence, and the fact that he is like he is because of the circumstances he's in, not because he is a bad person on his core. And after reading the book, I have listened to interviews with him and read articles about him, and he seems like the nicest guy. So even though he is flawed and he did a lot of bad things in his youth, I think that he is someone that I just cannot help but love the way that he came out of all of that. The third question is a character that made you laugh out loud. And for this one I'm going to say basically the whole cast of The Importance of Being Earnest by Oscar Wilde. I think that play is hilarious. There is particularly, I don't remember the name, but there was an old woman that just made the most sarcastic comments about misogyny, and I just read out loud throughout the whole play, I think. The fourth question is a child character that you like. And for this one, I think I'm going to say Harriet from The Little Friend, which I read last month. And even though I didn't enjoy the book as much, I did like how Harriet carried herself, how she was so self-driven and so smart, and she was not only aware of the actual facts but also the emotions of people, and I think that's something really difficult to do, and I really liked her as a character. The sixth question is an animal character that you love. And this one is a difficult one for me. I don't think I read many books with animal characters in them. So I think I'm just going to pass that question. The seventh question is a strong woman character that you like. And I think for that one I'm going to say Ifemelu from Americana. I think that she's also very funny and very strong. The way that she is able to build her life in America from nothing, and from all the cultural shock, and at the same time the discrimination that she experiences, I think it's great. The way that she fights back with her blog is great, and the way that she decides to go back to Nigeria, because Nigeria deserves that chance, and she deserves that chance to be somewhere where she's not constantly discriminated. I think the whole story was great. The seventh question is a character that you admire, and I would have to say Patricia from The Overstory, just because I felt so identified with her. She is she's an amazing woman. She studied biology, and she developed this theory that trees can communicate with each other, and take care of each other in a way. And at the beginning it was well received, but then she's crushed by the big names in her field, and she's completely discredited until later they finally realized that she was actually right. And all that time she just concentrates on herself and on surviving, and at the end, when they realize that she was right, she doesn't even want like revenge or anything. She doesn't want the recognition anymore, and I really admire her for all of that, the way that she's able to carry herself out, despite all the barriers that are on her way. The 8th question is a character that scares the hell out of you. And for this one, maybe it's a weird one. We Have Always Lived in the Castle, from Shirley Jackson. And this is not because she's particularly mean, but just because the way that she carries herself is that she doesn't know when she's harming anybody, and she acts like she doesn't know that her actions have consequences in other people's lives. And she's always this very, very creepy young woman that acts like a 12-year-old, and for me at least, it's quite creepy. 9th question is a really mean character, and for this one I'm going to say the nun from Terra Nullius. So this book is about the indigenous people in Australia and how they were treated. And there is this particular nun that runs a school for indigenous kids, sort of civilize them, and she's so incredibly horrible to the kids. It was horrible to read. And I mean, it's brilliant in a way, but at the same time it was horrible to read about those experiences. So I will have to say that nun. And then the last question is a character that you really hate. And this one might be a controversial one, I don't know, but it's Jazz from Girl, Woman, Other. So Jazz is supposed to be this very woke teenager, early 20s girl that judges everybody and cancels everybody, and just has this sense of entitlement. And I guess there are people like her, but to me it just felt like a caricature of this entitled millennial, and I hated her because I hate those people in real life as well. So yeah, those are all the questions. I hope you enjoyed it. I'm going to tag some people, so I'm going to tag Jyotsna from Jyotsna's Bookscapades. I'm going to tag my soulmate, Lauren, Reading with Makar, and I'm going to tag, who else am I going to tag? Here I'm from Katie Books. So yeah, that was the tag. I hope you enjoyed. Let me know if you have similar answers to me, or what you would answer to these questions. And until next video, bye!